everybody, welcome to Accessorize Your Life. I'm Julia. Well, today I am doing a get ready with me and basically using the items from my May Shop My Stash. Now, May Shop My Stash, if you haven't seen it, was all about garden party. I pulled items for my stash here, or from my stash to put in this tray stash that were all ethereal party, like for outdoor garden party or outdoor rooftop event or a backyard event, you know. So that's what I had in this little noggin when I was bringing this look together, also in filling my tray. So I thought I would do a play on Dior's kind of Mother's Day garden look, but I would amp it up a little bit from some of the makeup I have here, and also that I would essentially wear this look to Mother's Day brunch, which I did for the eyes, except for I had on a blue liner to match the blue denim dress I was wearing. But I also want to touch on Bridgerton's Queen Charlotte a little bit in this video. If you've not watched it, where have you been? Check yourself. But anyway, there was a scene or a couple of scenes in there where they really touched on a topic that tickled my fancy. And I thought, isn't that a way to put that? Isn't that a funny way to put that? And I thought, I want to mention this in my garden party get ready with me. So I'm going to talk about that a little bit. But just like Bridgerton's Queen Charlotte, or Bridgerton in fact, it's for mature audiences only, and I think this topic is as well. So if you like to see how I got this look and hear what I've got to say about the scenes from Queen Charlotte, keep watching. Right off the bat, I'm going to moisturize my lips with the Clarins Lip Comfort Oil. I have it in 02 Raspberry. And the eyes, the corner of my eyes need moisture too, so I'm using Genifique by Lancome to just dot around the outer corner, inner corner, and under my eyes, just to bring some moisture. Let it sit a bit too. And I'm going to move right back into a Clarins product. I have the Beauty Flash Balm. It brightens and tightens, and you're not supposed to rub it in, just to pat it in your face. So then I'm going to hit my face with this Dior powder here, and it is a lovely powder in 7 in neutral, very lightweight and just enough color, perfect for an outing where you just are in the sun, soaking up nature, and you just don't want anything heavy on your face. It doesn't cover my pores completely, nope, but I'm going to use this Dior Forever Skin Correct, and I have it in 5 neutral, and that's going to help camouflage some of the discoloration in my face. And I'm taking a damp sponge. This is a Danessa Myricks sponge, and I'm just going to tap it all in. Really work it in. Quite a bit. But using a damp sponge will make sure that it's just spreads easily, and can I say a little diluted, so it's just not too thick. And I think it's blending in rather nicely. Yeah, I'm pleased with it. And now I'm just going to take that brush again with a little powder that's left over, the foundation powder that is, from Dior, and just kind of finish everything off so that it sets. And still my face feels light, feather light, like there's nothing there. And here I'm using a spoolie and a little brush, slanted brush that is, to just work in my brows with some KVD powdered brow struck. This is old and I cannot find it at Sephora any longer. I still need to see if I can find it from some other site because I really do like it. And you see me working on the tail end of my brows. So I pulled from my tray this generic brow gel. I don't know the name of it, but it works. It's in clear and it really sets my brows without freezing them so they're not all crisp. And now I want to move into the eye primer, and I'm using Fenty for that. And I pulled out Pat McGrath Labs, her Mothership Mega Celestial Nirvana palette to give me that garden party eye look. And I'm really going in with these shadows. Kind of doing a gradient look here. And then I want it to pop. So I've been using my Sonia G brushes for this look, and I've got to say, it's so important to use the right brush for the task at hand. Watch and see the difference. I started off with this very loose classic crease brush, and it did put down the first color very well. But when I went into the second color and wanted it to be a little more intense, I wasn't getting that. As you can see, it's just kind of dispersed. But look at this. Now I am using the Jumbo blender here, but the Jumbo blender is more compact. The hairs are, and I can see a difference in how the same shadow is laying down. Can you see that? Oh yes. Perfect. You really can see that pink. That Jumbo blender did it. Next, I'm going in with a NYX glitter, and it's going to help the next shadow lay down really nice. And look at it. It's just like silk. It's so smooth and buttery as I apply it with my finger. Oh, it's so pretty. Look how it glistens. Oh, it feels good. And I think it actually takes away all of the imperfections that you normally would see in that part of my eye, all of the brilliance and brightness of that shadow. And here I'm using the soft shader. I think it's a perfect brush just to smooth it out, disperse it nicely. And now we're going in with Charlotte Tilbury. I have her bronzer that's in my Shop My Stash. Let me see what color that is. It's in number 4. It's her airbrush bronzer, an old product, but old is good. Now the next product is something that was not in my Shop My Stash tray. I pulled it because I wanted it specifically for this look. I wanted this color, and then I thought, I've got something from Lurella that will work. So what you see here, wait for it, is the Aqua in color, but it's the Lorella Active Colors. And it is a cake-like material that you wet. So I spritzed it with water and or my Mario Badescu facial spray and dipped the liner in it, the kind of brush in it, the liner brush or slanted brush in it, and created a green eyeliner that I thought would pick up on my blouse. Worked perfectly. And now I'm going to line the lower lid with my Laura Geller. This is the Incredible, and I have it in Brown Eyed Girl, my fave from my shop, my stash. And I'm just going to use the primer on my eyelashes. This is from Dior. For blush and highlighter, I'm going to use Pat McGrath Labs times Bridgerton. It's the Blushing Delights. And I'm just going to pick a color or two and do my thing here. Bring a little light to the face. Already back to the eyes, I'm going to use Dior's mascara. I really like this mascara, but what I don't like, and this is just a sample, you all, I don't like the brush. The brush is huge, and I always feel like I'm going to stab myself or just cover my eyelid, which I've done in eyeshadow, in black mascara. So I have to be very careful putting this on. But I love the formula. Okay, I'm hitting up Morphe's lip liner in Date Night. It's a nice brown, but guys, I am on the search for Sephora's lip liner in molasses, and I can't seem to find it. Gonna keep looking though, because it is so creamy. I had a chance to just test it out in Sephora, and I really like it, and I want it. Just can't find it. So I'm going in with Pat McGrath's, and her lipstick is in, I think it's Flash or Flesh 3. I think it's Flesh 3. Can't see the writing right now, but it is a pretty color, and I love the little particles of shimmer in it. And then I'm hitting it up with one of her lip glosses that's in my tray. Alrighty, this is my look. I hope you like it. And yeah, let's keep going. Alrighty, so have you been binging on Bridgerton? The Queen Charlotte version, at least? Well, I have. I mean, I've binged on it, watched it all the way through, then went back and watched pieces of it. I even pre-ordered the book. Yes, I did. Got it on the 9th. So excited about that. So I've got to sit down and really get into the juice of it. But yeah, there was a particular scene in there, a couple of scenes where Violet, Lady Bridgerton, and Lady Dansbury, who's Agatha, are at a museum. Violet, as she sees this bigger-than-life portrait of people in the nude, it got her rather flushed. And she kind of confided rather timidly to a Lady Dansbury that her garden was in bloom. And Lady Dansbury was like, "Your garden?" She didn't know what she meant. Like me, I was like, what is she talking about? Well, a couple of scenes before that, it had showed where Violet was in bed, and she was just tossing and turning everything, and she was just like besides herself. She lost her husband several years, I guess, ago, and before this scene. And then it fast forwards to them at the museum, and she brings up that her garden was in bloom. And she brings this up to her, I guess they really became acquainted, Lady Dansbury. And Lady Dansbury, as I said, was taken aback. She didn't know what it meant. And then Violet continued to explain that she almost had a footsman on top of her. I thought about it, at least. So we get the gist of it now. And so what I want to bring to your attention is that all of us have gardens, and all of our gardens are in bloom, I hope. And it's up to us to keep our gardens at their peak, meaning that we want to have them nourishing, blooming, emitting just beautiful variety of inviting colors and smells. And when I think of a garden, I think of rich soil because it has the great pH level. I think of wonderful scents coming from the flowers, and I think of it as a place you want to sit and stay for a while. So that brought me to think about the parody of our gardens being like our actual outdoor gardens, where if you have dry soil, that's not right. You don't want it too dry. And if you have really damp and soggy soil, you don't want that unless you're going for a wet garden or a, let's say, dry kind of a garden, a Zen garden, if you will. But you want your garden to be just at the right level, and you don't want a sandy garden either, so you don't want it itchy. So there are products out there that can help amend your garden, and I have found a couple so that my garden is blooming and I'm ready for the bloom. So first of all, and I'm not sponsored by these, is Honey Pot. This is a calming lavender rose panty spray that you can use on your underwear, your bras, into your shoes, anywhere you like to spray. These products are natural and they have a pH balance, so you can spray this on your lingerie before you step into the shower, so just lightly, so that it's dry by the time you're ready to get into them. And it has a nice spritz, and I chose a lavender scent, which I find very soothing and calming. So you can spray that to get things going. And then when you're in the shower, Honey Pot has created several scents of this little garden wash. So I have it in sensitive, but it's gentle. Again, the pH level is there, helping you to stay, I think, between a 3.5 and a 4.5, which is where it should be, the garden soil. You want to keep it rich and where it needs to be. And again, it neutralizes and minimizes odor. And so you could shower with this. It's very foamy and it's very gentle. So this will help amend that garden for you. And also, if you want to be on the go, the last item I have from Honey Pot are these little wipes. They are called the Take Fresh to Go. They're sensitive wipes, so when you do have to go into the ladies' room, you can freshen up with these. Now, you just don't have to freshen up on your garden area. You can freshen up your body and your face with these. That's how gentle these products, again, are made from or by, you know, from plant-based items. So they're very good for all over the body. And this one is, like the others, are clinically tested. So these are the little wipes. You just drop them in your purse or pocket and you have them to go. Of course, you can find a packet that you can keep in your restroom if you like. But yeah, I just wanted to just touch on that basis because I found that scene to be so comical, so it made me giggle. It was certainly embarrassing for Violet to talk about it, and it was enlightening for Lady Dansbury because I think it bridged the gap to make them more akin to one another. I want to thank you for watching. I enjoyed bringing you this Get Ready with me and talking a little bit about Bridgerton and the garden. Yes, the blooming garden. It's so much fun. I was tickled by it when I watched it. And if you've yet to watch Bridgerton's Queen Charlotte, I hope you will tune in. And I hope you will, if you have watched it, go back and visit that scene and just take it all in as I have done. I found it very interesting and an interesting way to put it, or metaphor, and also that they're dealing with topics of older women, not just the young girls in this one. There are 3 women in there that they show in their youth, but they also show them in their prime. So I think that's really interesting, and I think the point is made in the show that women by Lady Dansbury are often overlooked and things are not talked about. So I wanted to bring this to you, but in a delicate way, just to share with you some products that are out there and to give you this garden party look, whether it's in your backyard, on a rooftop at some restaurant, or out at a beautiful garden of your choice somewhere. So yeah, it's a little brighter than what the Dior promo was shooting for. But it's my interpretation of a garden party look for a mature woman with textured skin, oily skin, yeah, with hooded eyes, all of the above. There's music everywhere. But please like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. Thank you for watching again. So long. Let's see who's calling. My hubby. So long.